Welcome to Rica Subtest 2 online test preparation course presented by ricatest.com. Similar to the way we presented instructional strategies before reading, we will now discuss instructional strategies during reading. This is when the children use the graphic features, which might include the title, heading, map, pictures, diagrams, tables, or captions, for example, to better understand the text that surrounds the text and its features. Next is visualizing, and this is a strategy that can be used during reading, which allows the readers to use their imaginations to see the action of the story in their minds. And this is a great practice for children to familiarize themselves with paraphrasing, which is the act of stating that which was read in your own words. This allows students to show how much they can recall and again builds reading comprehension. It also is a good way for predicting, and this happens when the reader makes an educated guess as to what will happen in the story based on the information that they've either already read or from information gathered by looking at the front and back cover. Note taking is teaching students to highlight or make note of the information that seems most relevant based on the purpose of their current reading. If on your Rica test you are presented with an essay question about how to provide explicit instruction that helps students monitor their comprehension during reading, we recommend using the gradual release of responsibility strategy. When using this strategy, first the teacher chooses a target lesson of making a prediction. For an example, the teacher then models the behavior mentioned in the recent slides of, previewing a book and doing a book walk with the children. Then the teacher models a think aloud. And this is a key word that you're going to want to use on your essays and case study of the Rica test is think aloud. For example, here the teacher can say, I see that the front and back cover both have dinosaurs on them. As I look at the pictures in the book, I see that they are eating and that they lived in different places. I predict that this book is about dinosaurs, and we'll learn where they lived, what they ate, and other facts too. In the second lesson, this next lesson, the teacher will grab a similarly styled book, and together the teacher and the students will read again. They'll look at the covers and they'll do a picture walk again. Then the teacher might say, can someone here make a prediction about what this book will be about? The teacher may add a support such as a sentence starter written on the board. For example, I predict that this book is about, and then the teacher finds a volunteer student who tries to make a prediction. The student might say, I predict that this book will be about freshwater fish. If students demonstrated the ability to predict with student support in the lesson, the teacher will release more responsibility to the students in the next lesson. Well, let's have a look at that third lesson. This is the final lesson in this sequence teaching this topic of prediction, where the teacher chooses a similarly styled book once again. And again, the teacher and students look at the book cover, do a picture walk, and this time, before the teacher asks for student volunteers to verbally share their prediction, the teacher instructs the students to open their writer's notebook and write their prediction. Once the students have written their predictions, they can share out, where the teacher notes who is meeting the ability to make a prediction. This process can continue deepening, where eventually the students have their own books and they write and share their predictions of the books that they are reading. This has been an example of using the gradual release of responsibility approach during reading instruction. But keep in mind that this strategy can be used before, during, or after reading. An easy way to remember the gradual release of responsibility method is I do it, we do it, and you do it. This, in the first step, remember, is where the teacher completes the task and the students observe it. The second step here, is the teacher and the students complete the task together with a bit of support from the teacher. And then the third step is where the students complete the task independently in order to demonstrate to the teacher who has mastered this skill. Feeling nervous about taking your Rica test? Click the link in the description below, get full access to this Rica test prep course, and start feeling prepared for test day.